Welcome back to the channel. Today we are exploring 4 fascinating coins from the United States Presidential $1 coin program. These coins honor some of the most influential leaders in American history. In this video, we will look closely at the $1 coins featuring George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Buchanan, and Abraham Lincoln. Each of these coins represents a different era of American leadership and tells a unique story about the nation's past. The Presidential $1 coin program was launched by the United States Mint in 2007 to celebrate the presidents of the United States in the order they served. These golden-colored coins were designed to educate the public about American history, while also encouraging the use of dollar coins in everyday transactions. Each coin features a portrait of a president on the obverse side, while the reverse side displays the Statue of Liberty, a powerful symbol of freedom and democracy. Let us begin with the coin honoring the first president of the United States, George Washington. Washington served as president from 1789 to 1797 and is widely known as the father of the nation. The George Washington Presidential Dollar coin was the very first coin released in the program in 2007. The design features a dignified portrait of Washington facing left, capturing the strength and leadership that helped shape the early United States. Washington led the country during its earliest and most fragile years after independence, guiding the new nation through political and economic challenges. Next, we look at the coin honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States who served from 1801 to 1809. Jefferson is remembered for many achievements, including authoring the Declaration of Independence and overseeing the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the United States. The Jefferson Presidential Dollar coin features a detailed portrait that reflects his role as a visionary thinker and statesman. Jefferson believed strongly in democracy, education, and individual liberty, ideas that still influence American society today. Moving forward in history, we come to the Presidential Dollar coin honoring James Buchanan. Buchanan served as the 15th President of the United States from 1857 to 1861. His presidency occurred during one of the most difficult periods in American history, just before the Civil War. The coin depicting Buchanan includes a formal portrait that reflects the traditional style of the Presidential Dollar series. Although historians often debate his legacy, Buchanan remains an important historical figure who led the nation during a time of intense political division. Finally, we arrive at one of the most respected leaders in American history, Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln served as the 16th president from 1861 to 1865 and led the United States through the Civil War. He is widely remembered for preserving the Union and issuing the Emancipation Proclamation, which helped end slavery in the United States. The Lincoln Presidential Dollar coin honors his courage, determination, and dedication to equality. His portrait on the coin reminds collectors of the powerful impact Lincoln had on American history. One unique feature of the Presidential Dollar coins is the edge lettering. Instead of placing the date and mint mark on the front or back, the United States Mint engraved them on the edge of the coin. This design includes a year of minting, the mint mark, and the phrase E pluribus unum, which means out of many one. This feature makes the Presidential Dollar series stand out among modern American coins. Collectors around the world enjoy collecting these coins because they combine history, art, and numismatics in a single series. While most Presidential Dollar coins are common and affordable, certain mint errors and special conditions can make some coins much more valuable. Coins in uncirculated condition, or with rare minting mistakes, can attract significant attention from collectors. The Presidential $1 coins featuring George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Buchanan, and Abraham Lincoln represent more than just currency. They serve as small historical monuments that honor the leaders who shaped the United States. Through these coins, collectors and history enthusiasts can connect with the stories of America's past and gain a deeper appreciation for the people who guided the nation through different eras. As you explore your own coin collection, keep an eye out for these Presidential Dollar coins. Whether you are a beginner collector or an experienced numismatist, these coins offer a fascinating glimpse into American leadership and history. Each coin tells a story, and together they form a remarkable tribute to presidents of the United States. Step 1, the James Buchanan Presidential $1 coin, is one of the fascinating coins in the famous Presidential $1 coin program of the United States Mint, a program created to honor the former presidents of the United States and celebrate their place in American history. This coin represents James Buchanan, the 15th President of the United States, who served from 1857 to 1861 during one of the most difficult and divided times in the nation's history. Born in Pennsylvania in 1791, Buchanan had a long career in public service before becoming president. He served as a congressman, senator, secretary of state, and diplomat, gaining decades of political experience before entering the White House. When the presidential dollar coin program was launched in 2007, the goal was to issue a series of $1 coins in the order of the president's service. And in 2010, the James Buchanan dollar coin was released to honor his legacy and his place in the timeline of American leadership. The obverse side of the James Buchanan presidential dollar features a detailed portrait of Buchanan himself. His face appears in the center of the coin, showing the serious expression that many historians associate with the pressure he faced during his presidency. Around the portrait are the inscriptions James Buchanan, 15th President, in years 1857 to 1861, clearly marking the time he served as president. The design reflects the classical style used for the entire presidential $1 series, where each president's image is engraved with careful attention to historical accuracy. The reverse side of the coin carries a powerful and symbolic image of the Statue of Liberty, one of the most recognizable symbols of freedom and democracy in the United States. Along with this image of the inscriptions, United States of America and $1, emphasizing the coin's denomination and national identity. Another interesting feature of the presidential dollar coins, including the James Buchanan coin, is the edge lettering. Instead of placing all the inscriptions on the front and back surfaces, the designers placed certain inscriptions on the edge of the coin. These include E Pluribus Unum, In God We Trust, the mint mark and the year of minting. This edge lettering gives the coin a distinctive appearance and also helps collectors quickly identify the coin's origin and production year. For many collectors, the edge lettering is one of the most exciting aspects because sometimes minting errors occur, such as missing inscriptions or double lettering, which makes certain coins more valuable in the collector's market. The James Buchanan presidential dollar coin was produced primarily at two major minting facilities of the United States Mint, Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint. Coins produced in Philadelphia carry the P Mint mark, while those from Denver have the D Mint mark. Both versions were struck in large quantities for circulation, meaning millions of these coins exist today. Because of this high mintage, most standard circulation examples are generally worth only a small premium over their face value of $1. However, coins that remain in uncirculated condition, or those graded by professional coin grading services, can be worth more to collectors. Collectors are especially interested in coins that are in mint state condition. A coin graded MS 65 or higher can command a higher price depending on demand and availability. The condition of the coin, known as its grade, plays a major role in determining its value. Coins that show no wear, have strong luster, and maintain sharp details in Buchanan's portrait are the most desirable. Some collectors also look for special mint sets or proof versions of coin. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planchets, producing a mirror-like background and frosted design details. These proof versions are typically minted at the San Francisco Mint and carry the S Mint mark. Historically, the presidency of James Buchanan is often remembered as one of the most controversial periods in American politics. His presidency occurred just before the outbreak of the American Civil War, a conflict that would soon divide the nation. During Buchanan's time in office, tensions between the northern and southern states were extremely high, particularly over the issue of slavery. Although Buchanan attempted to maintain unity within the country, many historians believe his leadership struggled to resolve the growing crisis. Despite the criticism he's received in historical evaluations, Buchanan remains an important figure in American history, and the presidential $1 coin ensures that his role in the nation's story is remembered. From a design and composition standpoint, the James Buchanan presidential dollar coin is made from a special copper-based alloy that gives it a golden appearance. Although it looks similar to gold, it actually contains no precious metal. The coin's composition includes copper, zinc, manganese, and nickel, which together create a durable and attractive finish. This golden color was chosen to help distinguish the dollar coin from other circulating coins and to give a unique visual identity. The coin has a diameter of about 26.5 millimeters and a weight of approximately 8.1 grams, making it slightly larger and heavier than a quarter. Even though dollar coins are not commonly used in everyday transactions in the United States, they remain an important part of the country's numismatic culture. Many people collect presidential dollar coins as a way to learn about American history, while also building a complete series. Collectors often aim to gather every coin in the presidential series, starting from George Washington and continuing through later presidents. In this collection, the James Buchanan coin represents the moment in history just before the nation entered one of its most defining and challenging conflicts. Another reason collectors appreciate the James Buchanan presidential dollar coin is its role in storytelling. Every coin in the presidential series represents a different era of leadership and a different chapter of American development. By holding the Buchanan coin, collectors are reminded of the political struggles, social changes, and difficult decisions that shaped the United States in the mid-19th century. Coins like this serve as small historical documents made of metal, preserving the faces and names of leaders for future generations. Over time, some presidential dollar coins have become more collectible due to mint errors or limited production runs. While the James Buchanan coin was minted in large numbers, certain variations or high-grade examples can still attract attention in auctions and coin shows. Collectors often search through rolls of dollar coins hoping to find pristine specimens or unusual errors that can increase the coin's value. This treasure hunting aspect is one of the reasons coin collecting remains such an exciting hobby around the world. In conclusion, the James Buchanan presidential $1 coin is more than just a piece of currency. It represents a historical tribute to the 15th President of the United States and a reminder of the complex events that shaped the nation during the late 1850s and early 1860s. With its elegant portrait, symbolic reverse design featuring the Statue of Liberty, and unique edge lettering, the coin stands as a distinctive part of modern American coinage. Whether someone collects it for its historical significance, its design, or simply as part of the presidential dollar series, the James Buchanan Co. The story of the George Washington presidential $1 coin is deeply connected to the early history of the United States and the remarkable life of George Washington, who served as the nation's first president from 1789 to 1797. This coin was issued as part of the presidential $1 coin program to honor the leaders who shaped the country. Introduced in 2007 by the United States Mint, the coin celebrates Washington's leadership during the early years of the Republic. The obverse side of the coin features a detailed portrait of George Washington, showing his calm and determined expression, symbolizing the courage and wisdom that guided the nation during its formative years. Surrounding his portrait are the inscriptions George Washington, first president, in the years 1789 to 1797, marking the period when he served as president after the creation of the new government under the Constitution. Washington's presidency followed the historic American Revolutionary War and the adoption of the United States Constitution, events that laid the foundation for the new nation. Before becoming president, Washington had already gained immense respect as a commander of the Continental Army, leading the American colonies to victory and independence. His leadership during the difficult years of war made him a national hero and the obvious choice to become the first president when the country established its new government. The reverse side of the coin carries the classic design used on presidential dollar coins, featuring the Statue of Liberty, a powerful symbol of freedom and democracy. The statue represents the values that Washington fought to protect and the ideals that the United States continues to represent around the world. Around the edge of the coin, special inscriptions include the year of minting, the mint mark, and the motto, E pluribus unum, which means out of many one. This unique edge lettering makes the coin different from many other American coins and adds a distinctive feature appreciated by collectors. The George Washington presidential dollar was struck in golden-colored manganese brass, giving it a bright appearance that stands out among circulating coins. Although it looks like gold, the coin actually contains a mixture of copper, zinc, manganese, and nickel. Millions of these coins were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, allowing collectors across the country to add them to their collections. Collectors and historians are especially interested in the first coins released in the presidential series, and the George Washington dollar holds a special place because it was the first coin issued in the program. Some early coins even became famous for a minting error known as the missing edge lettering variety. These error coins quickly attracted attention in the coin collecting community because they lacked the inscriptions normally placed on the edge. As a result, certain examples sold for much higher prices than their face value, especially when found in uncirculated condition. The excitement surrounding these errors helped increase interest in the presidential dollar series and encourage more people to explore coin collecting as a hobby. Beyond its collectible value, the George Washington dollar coin also serves as a reminder of the leadership and character of America's first president. Washington was known for his honesty, humility, and dedication to public service. After leading the country for 2 terms, he voluntarily stepped down from power, establishing a tradition of peaceful leadership transition that remains a cornerstone of American democracy. His decision not to seek a 3rd term set an example that later presidents followed for more than a century. Because of these achievements, Washington is often called a father of his country, a title that reflects the deep respect Americans have for his role in founding the nation. Today, the George Washington presidential $1 coin continues to be collected by enthusiasts who appreciate both its historical meaning and its design. Some collectors search for pristine, uncirculated examples, while others focus on error varieties or special mint sets. Even though the coin has a face value of just $1, certain high-grade specimens can be worth much more in the collector market. Over time, coins like these become small pieces of history that allow people to hold a tangible reminder of the past. For many collectors, owning the George Washington dollar is not just about money, but about honoring the legacy of a leader who helped create the United States and guided it through its earliest years. The coin stands as a tribute to Washington's presidency from 1789 to 1797 and reminds us of the courage, vision, and dedication that shaped the foundation of the nation. The story of the Thomas Jefferson $1 coin connects modern American coin collecting with the history of one of the most important leaders in the early United States. The coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd president of the United States, who served from 1801 to 1809. Jefferson was not only a president, but also a philosopher, writer, diplomat, and the principal author of the United States Declaration of Independence. His leadership during the early years of the nation helped shape the political identity of the country, and because of his enormous contributions, his image has appeared on several American coins, including the presidential $1 coin. The Thomas Jefferson dollar coin is part of the famous presidential $1 coin program launched by the United States Mint in 2007. This special program was created to honor former U.S. presidents in the order they served, and each coin celebrates the history, leadership, and legacy of a particular president. The Thomas Jefferson coin represents a period from 1801 to 1809, the years during which Jefferson served 2 presidential terms and led the nation through major events that changed the course of American history. The obverse side of the Thomas Jefferson $1 coin features a detailed portrait of Jefferson based on historical artwork and sculptures that depict him as a thoughtful statesman. Around the portrait, the inscriptions read Thomas Jefferson, 3rd president, and 1801 to 1809, clearly marking the years of his presidency. The design was carefully prepared by talented artists working with the United States Mint to ensure that Jefferson's likeness reflects his historical importance. The coin's design reflects a tradition of American coinage, where the faces of significant leaders are preserved in metal for future generations. When collectors hold this coin, they are not only holding currency, but also a small piece of American history that commemorates the leadership of Jefferson during the nation's formative years. The reverse side of the coin carries a powerful national symbol, the Statue of Liberty. This design appears on all coins in the presidential $1 coin program and represents freedom, democracy, and the ideals upon which the United States was founded. The statue stands tall with its torch raised, symbolizing hope and liberty for people across the world. Surrounding the design are the words United States of America and $1, clearly identifying the denomination of the coin. The edge of the coin also carries inscriptions, including the year of minting, the mint mark, and the national motto, E pluribus unum. This edge lettering was a unique feature when the presidential dollar coins were introduced, and it made the series different from many earlier American coins. During Jefferson's presidency, the young nation experienced remarkable changes and achievements. One of the most significant events was the famous Louisiana Purchase in 1803. Through this historic agreement, the United States purchased a vast territory from France, effectively doubling the size of the nation. This bold decision opened the door for westward expansion and future development across North America. Jefferson also sponsored the legendary expedition led by Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, known as the Lewis and Clark Expedition. Their mission was to explore the newly acquired lands and find a route to the Pacific Ocean. This exploration became one of the most famous journeys in American history and played a crucial role in understanding the geography of the continent. The presidential $1 coin program itself became one of the most ambitious modern coin programs in the United States. The goal was to release 4 presidential coins every year, honoring each president in chronological order. The program started with George Washington and continued with John Adams before reaching Thomas Jefferson as the third coin in the series. Collectors across the country eagerly searched for these coins in circulation, and many assembled full collections representing the entire history of the American presidency. The program also helped educate the public about U.S. history by reminding people of the leaders who shaped the nation. From a collector's perspective, the Thomas Jefferson presidential dollar coin is interesting because it can be found with different mint marks. Most coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, marked with P and D. Some collector versions were also produced as proof coins at the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. Proof coins are specially struck with polished dies and planchets to create a mirror-like finish and sharp details. These proof versions are especially popular among collectors because of their beauty and limited production numbers. The value of the coin usually depends on its condition, rarity, and whether it is a circulation coin or a proof specimen. In general circulation condition, the Thomas Jefferson dollar coin is usually worth about $1, its face value. However, coins in uncirculated condition or proof condition may be worth more to collectors. Special mint errors or coins graded in perfect condition by professional grading services can sometimes sell for higher prices in the collector market. Numismatists often examine coins carefully for details such as strike quality, surface preservation, and any unusual features that might increase their value. Because of these factors, even a modern coin like the Jefferson presidential dollar can become a valuable collectible if it meets certain criteria. Beyond its monetary value, the Thomas Jefferson dollar coin serves as a reminder of Jefferson's influence on American ideals and governance. Jefferson strongly believed in liberty, education, and the rights of individuals. He supported religious freedom and helped establish principles that still guide the nation today. His vision of a republic built on democratic values and citizen participation continues to inspire generations of Americans. Through coins like this one, the story of Jefferson's leadership and achievements remains visible in everyday life. For coin collectors, historians, and enthusiasts of American heritage, the Thomas Jefferson $1 coin represents far more than a simple piece of currency. It is a symbol of the nation's early struggles, ambitions, and accomplishments. Each detail on the coin, from the portrait of Jefferson to the image of the Statue of Liberty, reflects the story of a country that grew from a small republic into a global power. When people collect or study this coin, they are exploring a small but meaningful artifact that connects modern society with the legacy of one of America's founding leaders. Today, the Thomas Jefferson presidential dollar coin remains an important part of modern U.S. coinage history. Even though the presidential $1 coin program eventually ended for general circulation, these coins continue to be collected and appreciated around the world. They remind us of the individuals who shaped the course of the United States and highlight the historical journey of the presidency. For anyone interested in American history or numismatics, the Thomas Jefferson $1 coin stands as a lasting tribute to a leader whose ideas helped define the principles of freedom, democracy, and opportunity that continue to guide the United States today. The story of the Abraham Lincoln presidential $1 coin is deeply connected to one of the most important periods in the history of the United States. Abraham Lincoln served as the 16th President of the United States from 1861 to 1865, a time when the nation faced a devastating conflict known as the American Civil War. The presidential $1 coin program, introduced by the United States Mint in 2007, honors each U.S. president in the order they served, celebrating their contributions to the nation's history. The Abraham Lincoln Presidential Dollar Coin was officially released in 2010 as part of this historic series. On the obverse side of the coin, the detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln captures the determined expression that symbolizes his leadership during the Civil War and his dedication to preserving the Union. Around the portrait are the inscriptions Abraham Lincoln, In God We Trust, 16th President, and the years 1861 to 1865, marking the years of his presidency. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic Statue of Liberty design that appears on all presidential $1 coins, representing freedom, democracy, and the ideals that Lincoln fought to protect. The coin's edge lettering includes a year of minting, the mint mark, and the phrase E pluribus unum, a Latin motto meaning out of many one, which perfectly reflects Lincoln's mission to keep the United States united during one of its darkest chapters. Abraham Lincoln's presidency began at a moment of extreme tension between the northern and southern states. Shortly after his election in 1860, several southern states declared secession from the Union, forming the Confederate States of America. This political crisis soon turned into a full-scale war in 1861. Lincoln believed deeply that the Union must remain intact, and throughout the Civil War he worked tirelessly to maintain national unity, while also redefining the purpose of the war. One of his most famous actions was issuing the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, which declared that enslaved people in Confederate territories were free. This decision not only transformed the war into a fight against slavery, but also strengthened the moral cause of the Union. Lincoln's leadership during this period was marked by resilience, patience, and a powerful belief in equality and democracy. These qualities are part of the reason why the Abraham Lincoln Presidential $1 coin is so meaningful to collectors and historians alike. The coin itself is made primarily of a copper core with outer layers of manganese brass, giving it a distinctive golden color that makes it stand out from many other U.S. coins. Although it is called a golden dollar, it does not contain real gold. The Abraham Lincoln Presidential Dollar was minted at major facilities, including the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, with mint marks P and D respectively. Like other coins in the presidential series, large numbers were produced for circulation as well as collector sets. Some special collector versions were also produced with higher quality finishes, including proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint. These proof coins are particularly attractive because of their mirror-like surfaces and sharp details, making them highly desirable among numismatists. Collectors often look closely at the condition and grading of an Abraham Lincoln Presidential Dollar coin to determine its value. Coins that remain in mint state condition, meaning they show little or no signs of wear, are generally more valuable than coins that circulated heavily in everyday transactions. Professional grading companies, such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company, evaluate coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing better preservation. An Abraham Lincoln Presidential Dollar graded MS 67 or higher can be significantly more valuable than a typical circulated example. While most Lincoln Presidential Dollars are not extremely rare, certain high-grade examples or special collector versions can still attract strong interest from collectors who want to complete their presidential coin sets. Beyond its collectible value, the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Dollar coin represents the enduring legacy of one of America's most respected leaders. Lincoln is remembered for his powerful speeches, including the famous Gettysburg Address delivered in 1863, in which he spoke about equality, sacrifice, and the unfinished work of democracy. His leadership helped guide the United States through civil war and laid the foundation for the eventual abolition of slavery through the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Tragically, Lincoln's life was cut short in 1865 when he was assassinated shortly after the end of the Civil War. Despite this tragic ending, his legacy has continued to inspire generations of Americans and people around the world. Today, the Abraham Lincoln Presidential $1 coin serves not only as currency, but also as a historical tribute. When collectors hold this coin, they are reminded of Lincoln's courage, vision, and dedication to unity and freedom. For numismatists and history enthusiasts, the coin represents far more than its face value. It symbolizes the ideals that shaped the United States during one of the most challenging moments in its history. Whether found in pocket change, purchased in a collector's set, or displayed in a coin album, the Abraham Lincoln presidential dollar remains a meaningful piece of American numismatic history, honoring the legacy of a leader whose influence continues to be felt across the nation and the world.